How's that for beautiful, eh? I'm going to walk down. Look, there's some people. Can you see the people? They're tiny. Oh, yeah. Hope they don't report me for having the dog. I did talk to a worker here. He's not docked though. Come on, let's go down. It's cold. I've got to wait for an hour at least for the tide to walk back on the beach. Gloria's exhausted. She normally has a sleep, but she normally would have slept most today. She's got to walk all day. It's alright. Look at that bridge. I'm going to go over that bridge. I'll video it. It's pretty spectacular. Oh, wow, look at that bridge. Isn't that exciting? Yeah, well, I'll tell you, my fallen angel, I met him on the bus and he invited me to Okanui last year, this beach here. But he had some partners. Oh wow, look at that. He said he had two. One, I think, one was in Christchurch, he was living in his house, and then he was also living over here in this other man's house, but helping him do up. There's only about 3 houses on a hill that overlooks the beach here, and they're $1 million houses. But this oh shit, I just slipped. This house that this fella's in, I drove down the next day because he invited me and I spent the night there, and real bachelor pad, and there were tools and everything everywhere, and this fallen angel friend of mine was doing the building work. But oh, there's 2 sides to the story, but I've gone back to his place. Anyway, I don't know how I get mixed up with these people. I think it's because I know God. But it ends up, this fallen angel doesn't tell me his whole story, but he's done some type of domestic violence incident. He's ended up in prison. That's where he's met this man. This man is like white collar fraud. He's been an accountant. He has a lot of money on the coast. He's lost a lot of money, and I think he's been accused and convicted. And I'm not saying I know whether he's innocent or not, but or guilty, but of fraud, thousands and thousands of dollars, because my husband and I looked his name up. Anyway, I'm not really staying at his place. All I'm doing is parking my car there. I don't want to drop my phone when I go across there, so I'm parking my car there, and I've realised, now my fallen angel left because he wasn't being paid. But there are 2 sides to the story, because one, my fallen angel is easily, I can say, an alcoholic, and he used to smoke a couple of packets of cigarettes a day, TaylorMades. So this old fella, this accountant who's got this house that he wants to turn into a bed and breakfast, that my fallen angel was doing some of the labouring work for, didn't pay him. So apparently a few things were taken in payment, and now that I've turned up there yesterday, because I realised I couldn't park in my car without getting a ticket of some sort, because there was a sign up, I slept in the driveway in my car, really comfy. Well, not really, I'm lying, but no, oh, isn't that beautiful? I'm lying. My legs were really sore when I got out because I couldn't straighten them out. Anyway, so I went into the fella's house last night and he cooked me some tea, but look, I don't want to embarrass him, but look, he doesn't need to be. I'm sure he's not lived like this in the past, but I think he's got dementia because it came up on the computer. So he's trying to do health things to hold it off, but he's repeated himself over and over. So whatever sins he's committed, he's basically not well. No one's looking after him. I'm not going to look after him. But I'm going back there this evening. I can charge my phone up and, you know, just be nice. Why can't I be nice? I mean, we've all sinned and fallen short. Yes, apparently he was charged with dealing hundreds of thousands of dollars off a couple. But he has dementia. He has a dog, a Weimaraner that's all over Glory, so I'm going to keep Glory in the car. She'll be exhausted anyway tonight, but he might cook me some dinner, which is nice, and I don't know how he's going to feel about it, but I don't get paid till I would quite like to leave. I've done what I have to do here because I've gone on these beautiful walks. That's all I need. Like, I could quite happily leave tomorrow afternoon. So I might go talk to him and just say to him, his house he wants a builder, but I'm not going to build for him. But especially since I know that Nigel didn't get paid, but he got paid in cigarettes and booze. That's the point this guy was making. And like, the guy starts drinking halfway into the afternoon. He'd easily drink a dozen beer or a cask of wine, half a cask of wine a night, and plus the 2 packs of cigarettes. He's spending $100 a day just keeping the guy there. And how much work you get done when you're that wasted, I don't know. So, as much as Nigel has wonderful talents, he also has some terrible vices. And I'm not judging, because I've only just given up smoking. God was gentle with me. He never hassled me for my smoking. And now I've given up. Isn't that wonderful? It's the second time I've given up since I've been a Christian. First time was for 10 years. I'm not making excuses, but when my children were taken from me and I wasn't looking good in court, and I was going out with my second husband to be married, he smoked, and I said, give us a cigarette, and that's how come I started again. Yeah, it's beautiful. I think I've gone the wrong way though. Oh well, we'll finish the video here. Anyway, what was my point? Oh, that's right. I don't know if this will work out because he may be offended. But he said he's making excuses. He said he's going to do a big clean up. Like, I'm not going to take a photo of this place, but I'm telling you now, I was probably a bit stupid to even eat anything because everything in the fridge is off. And I ate chicken. He served me up chicken last night. And then Glory ate the chicken in the bowl, the dog bowl, and I was worried about her. And he made excuses. Maybe it's true. The water, apparently you can get diseases from the water, but he said that he caught something from the water, and I could tell because it was all over the back of his shorts. I'm not kidding. It was still all over the back of his shorts. The situations that God gets me in. Now, I can help him tomorrow if he's willing. And he can help me. If I walked away with 20 bucks, I will do 3 or 4 hours cleaning for him before I leave tomorrow morning. And he can do all the tools, and I'll do all the wiping and disinfecting. Because he's going to get sick again eating in that situation. He's not well. If he got it to that state again, if I come and see him in a year's time and it's back in that state, he needs a cleaner. He needs someone to come and clean for him. I mean, he's obviously coping. He's got a car and everything, but, the dementia, maybe it's that, because it's just not normal to live in that type of mess. So I'll keep an eye on him. Aren't I nice? Oh, well, he's in my life for some reason. Anyway, I think he's done a lot of good in his life and not just bad, just like all of us. So, I mean, I'd like to be looked at. Like, if God doesn't intervene on my life, I've got Alzheimer's in my family, so. And he said to me that, like, if you make a few mistakes, bad investments or whatever, your friends just leave you. And, like, I can tell you that for a fact. That, if he went to court, he's been ostracized for whatever mistakes he made. No one will want to know him, that he established relationships as an accountant over the years. Either he made poor investment and it's been perceived as fraud, or whatever he's guilty of stealing, because he got himself in a hole. Either way, people don't deserve to rot in their home with dementia. And I don't know where his family is, but he's at the point now where I think he needs at least an hour or so cleaning a week. I don't live in this area and I can't be the cleaner, but I'll see if he'll let me just clean. I go on, don't I? I see if he'll let me clean. I feel like I'm on the cadge too, but like, you know, if I'm going to do 3 hours a week, he could at least give me $20, and that will give me enough gas to get home. I'll go and I'll drive home. Well, I might not. I might drive to friends and do some more walks and take my time, but get home at some stage soon. Isn't it beautiful? I don't regret coming on this trip now, because I know that it was God needed to get me in a quiet place. I just walked for 2 hours, and in that time he told me about writing, so I know what I'm going to do now. Okay, Glory, we better turn around. We're at a dead end.